Since the last stream, Nintendo did a Nintendo Direct. And I don't know how this was received because I really ain't been on social media. So I pulled up an article on all the biggest announcements at the Nintendo Direct. So you said it was asked to you. I'll be the judge of that. We're going to check out and see what's going on, what they announced, as well as I got a few other things for you. A lot of DLC, say it ain't so. Well, this is, if y'all really claim it's boring, this is why I don't get up in the morning to watch this shit. All right. So first things first, Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Nintendo legend Shigeru Miyamoto kicked off the show with a closer look at how Nintendo plans to celebrate 40 years of Nintendo. That's right, Mario was now middle-aged. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. I saw this was a rumor, so they confirmed it. This will be the sequel. The follow-up to the Super Mario Bros. Movie from Illumination has been revealed, and Nintendo calls it the main event of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary celebrations. The Super Mario Galaxy movie hits theaters on April 2026. You know we in there.
Thanks for the resub, pal.
Shout out to Shaq with the sub. You know we in there. You know what's funny too? If you haven't seen the first movie, oh well, spoilers. But I mean, they hinted there was a whole galaxy out there. So there was a reference to Super Mario Galaxy. So them doing a sequel makes sense. What I'm curious about is, are they gonna lean into my theory about creating a whole Nintendo multiverse? Because in this movie, they established the Donkey Kong Kingdom was in the same world as the Mario and the Mushroom Kingdom. So does that mean if we go to space, are they gonna stick to the Mario Galaxy games? And we're just gonna do that? Or does going to space also mean maybe we could see Star Fox or some type of shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is the Hyrule Kingdom up the street? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is the Kirby Kingdom up the street? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But that shit would be fire if we could. Either way, I'm there day one because I like the movie. Also, when this movie comes out, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Don't trust the reviews. Because when the first movie came out, the reviews were giving it 5s and 6s, remember? And then we all went and see it, and most people agreed it was good. Yeah, Samus could be in space type shit. Maybe we won't go that far into space, but don't trust the reviews. Whether they good or bad, they cannot be trusted, bruh. So I'm excited for it. That's a W. That's a W. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2, two of the best 3D Mario games of all time, are getting remasters for the Switch 2 and Switch consoles, and they'll be released as part of a bundle collection on October 2nd. That makes sense because they did the Mario 3D collection for the Switch, which had Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and...
Thanks for the gifted subs.
What was the third one? Was it Galaxy on there? I don't remember.
Of each of those fucking Batarians' eyes.
I haven't played Galaxy 1 and 2. Those are the Mario games I didn't play because they came out on the Wii and I did not like the Wii. So I skipped those games. And it's crazy because I know a lot of people say these are the best ones, some of the best ones. Shout out to Booty Scratcher. Maybe I'll get this. It was Galaxy. Well, this one comes with Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Maybe I'll get this one day when I get a Switch 2. Still not buying a Switch 2 yet, but might be there. What else we got? Oh no, sweet Mario amiibos, Galaxy amiibos. Oh. In addition to the classic Super Mario Galaxy games, you can pick up new Mario and Rosalina amiibos. Be honest in the chat, who buys amiibos? I always forget this is a thing until they announce a new one. I just don't know anybody that has an amiibo. What do y'all use it for? What do you like, sit on them? What do you do with it? I thought they stopped making them. I thought they stopped making them too. Like, don't they lock content behind these little collectibles or some shit like that? Do they just sit on your shelf? You know the Minish Cap Mafia. The Minish Cap Mafia will buy anything, bruh. I never see them in stores, so I thought they were gone. To be fair, it depends on what store you go to, because if you go to GameStop, you're not going to see anything in there except for fucking Legos, Minecraft diamond ores, swords, PS4 games. GameStop don't ever got nothing anyway. So, I mean, my guy collects them as figurines. That's what I figured. People probably collect them as just figurines to put on their desk or something. What else we got? Oh, new Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis Fever. A new Mario Tennis game has been announced, and as you can expect, you can serve up all kinds of action on the court. There will be 38 playable characters, various game modes, and even motion control support. The game also has a story mode revolving around the cast being turned into babies. Okay. Okay. I fuck with Mario Tennis. This is the perfect time to announce it. You got the US Open recently going on, so it's tennis fever in the air. I fuck with Mario Tennis. Is this a reason for me to buy a Switch 2? No, but if I have one, I'd probably get it. Yeah, where Mario Hoops at? But like I like Mario Tennis. I like Mario Tennis. That's a W. Let's see, Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 edition. A Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Bros. Wonder is on the way, and it has all kinds of new multiplayer-centric content to the critically acclaimed platformer. This version of the game will be available in spring in 2026. This was a good game for the Switch. I mean, I remember me and Siggy played this shit. It was a good game, but I mean, I already played it. So I mean, if you haven't played it and you have a Switch 2, I guess you can get this version because it'd be the best version. But yeah, GameStop's trash. I applied to that place for over 10 years as a backup, and they haven't even given us an interview. Can I ask you a question? Why'd you apply to work at GameStop for 10 years if they keep denying you? You really want to work there? Like, this is a great game, but did not need an upgrade. Yeah, it didn't need an upgrade. Just play the Switch version. Like, if you haven't played it already, I guess get it. The Super Mario Bros. Wonder plants are being turned into toys, so more collectibles. This is I don't care. I don't care, guys. Get some real plants. They have benefits. You're helping the world. They're putting clean oxygen into the air. Get a real fucking plant. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. A new Yoshi game is finally on the way, and you can expect Yoshi and the Mysterious Book to arrive in spring of 2026. Are there trailers for this shit? Bruh, hold up, bruh, because that's a W. I fuck with Yoshi. There's like, they didn't put no trailers in this goddamn thing. There is, yeah. I'm glad I looked. All right, let's check out the trailers, man.
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, a talking book named Mr. E suddenly falls from the sky.
Mr. E, that's not encyclopedia. This is not Yoshi Island, chat. This is a different E-Files, chat. Think about it. Think about it.
It looks like the book has information.
Yoshi got the files
about unusual creatures. But it can't actually see what's written down. So Yoshi jumps in to help investigate.
This nigga can read?
First, let's study this flower-like creature.
Let me find out this cute-ass little dinosaur can read before PS4 niggas. That's crazy. Shout out to Yoshi, man. Shout out to Yoshi. And he learned how to read on a remote island, bro. Where'd he get his education from?
We found it right away. It tastes kind of sweet. You can carry this creature on your back.
Tastes sweet like your mom.
Buds with it, and they'll bloom.
How we feeling about this paper kind of art style?
As you wander through the book, you'll make all...
Did I see the Long Walk movie? No, I'm actually seeing it tomorrow, though. So I'll be back to talk about it later.
All sorts of discoveries about the creatures you find.
I rock with it. I like the art style.
And those discoveries will be written down. Hey, we found some dandelions. Touch them and they'll scatter in the air. Oh no, that creature is stuck. It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients.
Wow.
Oh, they can even cause rocks to crack.
Wow.
Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock. It looks
for
like
age
there are
1 to
still
5.
lots of unusual creatures residing within the book.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. This feels like this is more for like super young kids. Looks like a cute, fun game, but like I feel like this might be a game I'd give my kid, like that Kirby game that came out a couple years ago, like 2-3 years ago. This looks like it's a little too easy. Versus like Super Mario Wonder, which was like a challenging platformer. Like this feels like a good game for like kids who, if you want to get them into gaming, but I don't know if this is for me.
A page-turning adventure awaits.
Yo, shout out to Too Much Money with the sub.
Book launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
Using Yoshi eggs is Mickey? Is that what we doing? We already calling Mickey mechanics out. Wait, what else is there? We don't need a trailer for that. Wait, let me see if they got a trailer for this. What this looking like? Yeah. Mario.
Your resub is cool, but honestly, there's only one idea.
What the fuck is
here
this
to
shit doing?
subscribe to, and that's Sonic
Mario
CDC.
Tennis Fever. Shout out to Mr. Flex a lot with the sub. Let's check out this one. Let's do it. IGN would call it a Souls-like. Souls-like Mario Tennis?
The latest entry in the Mario Tennis series is hitting the court.
The
on
visuals look
Nintendo
crispy.
Switch 2. Mario Tennis Fever. Use top spins, slices,
Yeah, the visuals look really crispy.
lobs, and other familiar shots. But now you can also slide and use other fancy footwork with
Wow.
defensive maneuvers. And
You know the sweats is gonna be on that, doing all them slides and jumps and shit.
swing into action with new equipment called Fever Rackets. Keep a rally going to build up your fever gauge. Then unleash a fever shot.
They got Street Fighter EX moves in Mario Tennis, bruh. That's fucking funny. Do I be playing prize picks? No, I don't gamble my money. I invest it, guys.
Freeze the court with the Ice Racket. Summon mushrooms that shrink your opponents using the Mini Mushroom Racket. Or duplicate yourself with the Shadow Racket. There are 30 Fever Rackets, each with their own abilities.
Wow.
Pair them with 38 playable characters, the most in series history, to
Wow.
find your own strategy.
He said, of course, YouTube chat ass
Let's see
stuff.
the game modes being served up.
Why not make a bundle sports game with individual sports for Mario? That would be great for the consumer, but then look at it from Nintendo's perspective. Why do that when they can make a separate soccer game, a separate tennis game, a separate baseball game, a separate tennis game, and you're gonna buy it? So it comes down to capitalism.
Riveting commentary in tournament mode. Aim for the top by completing different objectives in the Trial Towers mode.
Wow.
Play matches with unexpected rules in Mix It Up mode. Even some where you'll experience wonder effects.
What up, Draven?
In the online modes, choose between casual play with customizable rules in Online Room or go for glory in ranked matches.
Somebody at Nintendo has not figured out that there's no such thing as casual play in online video games anymore. That shit has been gone for the last 10 years. Everybody's trying to make it out their mama basement as a content creator. So niggas will be sweating on this shit day one. There will be tech, trust me.
You can even gently swing your Joy-Con 2 controller like a racket for a more authentic experience in swing mode.
Ain't nobody trying to do that.
After encountering monsters on a remote island, Mario and friends are transformed into babies, kicking off a series of unexpected events in the
I like this. This is cool that they got an actual story mode in there, so it's not just multiplayer.
game's adventure mode. With their tennis skills gone, the babies will need to learn how to play
Yeah, best Mario Tennis builds.
and defeat the monsters to return to normal.
Wow.
Mario Tennis Fever launches on Nintendo Switch 2 February 12th.
Right around the corner. Another big game coming out. I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing to play. Another big game coming out. I think it looked pretty good. Am I buying a Switch 2 for this? No. We're still waiting for From Software, but when I get my Switch, I might pick out a bunch of games. This, Donkey Kong, that other joint. You know, look cool. Look cool. What else we got here? Let's see. Right, if they did like NBA 2K Playgrounds with like 50 Mario Kart characters, I cop. Hey, shit. See, Yoshi, we looked at. Storm Lancers. Storm Lancers is a new retro-inspired action game coming exclusively to the Switch. Wait, the Switch 1? Storm Lancers Mario Fighter Z. I mean, is that not Smash Brothers? What up, Uja? Ugh, this look ashy. So a co-op Metroidvania game? Yeah, this looks a little musty. No, thank you. Do you feel like Nintendo's out of touch when it comes to modern gaming, or are they staying in their own lane? I think two things can be true. I think it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think at times they're a little out of touch, but then I also think they play to their strength, which is staying in their lane, regardless of how I feel. Because I think there are certain ways Nintendo can improve with more original IPs. Like, I don't like the design philosophy of, you know, they focus on the gameplay and then take a known Mario IP and just put it on it. Like, I wish they would make more new games. But then it's like, who am I to argue? People are buying the shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the only thing that matters, well, not the only thing, but the main thing that matters when it comes to stock evaluation is the sales. Are they turning a profit? And the Nintendo Switch 2 was one of the fastest selling platforms in video game console history. So doesn't matter what I feel. You could feel they're out of touch, but their clearly staying in their lane is working because the Minish Cap Mafia is buying their products.
Means one more person subscribed.
Yo,
The idea of a black man being Hokage over Jared Leto's bum ass being me.
Shout out to Korea560 with the sub. Yeah, regardless of how we feel, the Minish Cap Mafia is showing up and buying products, unlike PlayStation niggas. What else we got? Dinkum, timed exclusive for the Switch. Dinkum is a cute survival game inspired by Australian. This looks horrible, but I'm gonna entertain it for a second here. Dinkum. This shit sounds like a racial slur. Fucking Dinkums. Better not be any Dinkums in my yard. Nope. No, thank you. Papucom is a cute co-op game that will test your teamwork skills. Let's see. Yeah, it look like bootleg Animal Crossing. Australian Animal Crossing. Most of these games are meant for families, but 9 times out of 10, the sweaty boys are really the main players of these games. Yeah. Hey, shit.
Embark on a colorful adventure. Save a mysterious planet.
Looks like Squid Kids.
Adventure, Papucom. Team up locally.
Single player
online
Splatoon?
in this multiplayer only game. On this planet, color is key. Attack enemies with the same color to defeat them. Each adventurer can only fire 2 colors, so you'll need to swap between them during battle.
So it's an action platformer in combination with a what do you call them? The 3 type puzzler games?
Timing is critical.
Match 3. It's an action platforming match 3. That's interesting.
Time to overcome obstacles. You can also use items like shields to block lasers or drones to create platforms. Powerful bosses can be found at the end of stages. Team up to take them down.
I'm not mad at this. This is kind of creative.
Additionally, in party mode, up to 4 pals can take on a variety of challenges together. A colorful co-op adventure awaits in Papucom, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at that. That doesn't look bad. It looks like a fun action platformer game. I don't know if I would want to play that by myself, but I would probably cop this day one if I had a kid. If I had a kid and I wanted to play games with them and we could play co-op together, because this looks like a fun platforming game that would make the kids think. A little bit of critical thinking or whatever. Yeah, like 30, 40 bucks. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I can appreciate it for what it is. It's creative. What else we got? I don't like how the direct narrative talks like it's a child watching no matter the game. I mean, Nintendo's trying to appease the families. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. While we finally got a date for did they show gameplay for it on the Switch 2? What did it look like? Is it ashy? You say, yo. Shout to 7 with the sub.
Just now were the voices of the planet. Those born into this world, who lived and who died, who returned. They're howling in pain.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now?
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice.
With their old world ruined, will they thank you for the new?
The character models look decent, but I can definitely tell a difference in terms of the everything else, like the environment and like probably the frame rate. I could tell a difference.
Last opportunity.
It looks decent though.
What your principles are truly worth.
Well, seems this old friend of mine's in a tight spot. A long time ago, I said I'd be there for her. Made a promise. So...
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I put that on you way back when.
He's my bodyguard. And a soldier. Pretty cool, huh?
For the right price.
One date ought to do it.
Switch 2 about to be a hand warmer with this shit. Question is, do y'all think, because you know the second one didn't sell well. This one sold pretty decent, but the second one did. Y'all think this might sell well better on the Switch since PlayStation niggas didn't buy the sequel? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Will the Minish Cap Mafia support Cloud better than the PlayStation niggas?
You're not real. You're dead.
This planet is my birthright.
I don't believe it. We played right into Shinra's hands.
The future isn't set in stone.
The world won't end today, but you will.
I think it's gonna have your hands hot. I think my copy of Borderlands 4 came in the mail. Right on fucking time. 4 minutes late.
My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter.
Hey, you get the point. It looks okay if you haven't played it already. Let's see what else. Tomodachi Life Living the... I'm not looking at that. Hades 2. That's cool. It's getting ported over. That's the perfect game for the Switch 2. I'm not mad at that. We already know what that is. If you haven't played it, that's a good option, a place to play it. Mega Man Legacy Star Force Collection. Like the other Mega Man compilations, all the Mega Man Star Force games are being bundled together into a single collection. This will be released later in 2026. I'm not familiar with the Star Force games. How did these ones play? Was this like Battle Network? This trailer's only 25 seconds, bro. And it's just a picture of the games that are gonna be in it. Oh my lord. Let's see. Can we get some gameplay? Mega Man Star Force Pegasus gameplay. This is from 3 years ago. Ew. This is what it looked like? It's like a 2D 0.5 version of Mega Man Battle Network. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't like that camera. I feel like it's like Mega Man Battle Network, but they fucked the camera up. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm good off that. Might as well just play Mega Man Battle Network. Kirby Air Riders. Another direct credit announced. When the game comes out, you can pick up 2 amiibos. They got new amiibos. Sweet. It looks like that because they made it for the 3DS gimmick. I'm still going pass. Don't care about Mortal Kombat collection. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Is this a good one? A new one, I mean? What's different about this one? Just more people on screen? Let's see. Ganon's back doing evil shit. Hey, the visuals look crispy. It look good. I'm not gonna lie though. It's a prequel to Breath of the Wild? Oh, shit.
After traveling back in time, Princess Zelda meets the first king of Hyrule,
A black man.
and the queen, Sonia.
A black woman.
She joins them to take on Demon King Ganondorf in a conflict that will come to be known as the Imprisoning War. Take on hordes of enemies as you fight alongside your allies.
Damn, this might be the first Switch 2 game I've seen with fucking a crispy frame rate. What the hell?
Like this brave Korok.
Whoa!
Familiar with
They
your
brought fighting leaves.
so you know which character to swap to in any situation. Zonai devices can bring water, wind, and other effects to combat.
The Siggy from the
Make
cop.
strategic use of them to counter your enemies and alter the flow of battle. Pair up with nearby allies to unleash mighty sync strikes.
What?
Depending on the pair, sync strikes can deal high damage or have a variety of other effects. Invite a friend to fight alongside you in split-screen co-op.
A local co-op game? What the fuck? What is it? Fucking 2005? Oh shit. This is rare sighting. Hey, what the frame rate looking like though?
And with Game
That
Share,
shit might dip on
you
a
can
split
play
screen.
together on 2 separate systems, even if only one player has the game.
Okay, pro consumer. We like that. You only need one copy. Okay.
Uncover ancient truths that were only glimpsed in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment launches on Nintendo Switch 2 November 6th.
This is gonna make the console
Later
explode.
today
Nah.
on Nintendo East.
This actually looks optimized. I think the only thing that could potentially make the console explode is the co-op, the split screen co-op. But if you're just running it by yourself, it looks like it runs smoothly. I mean, if you're a big fan of Breath of the Wild and you want more context of the story, I think this could potentially be a W. I think for me though, the Mushu, the Warriors, Dynasty Warriors formula is just kind of like, you know, played out. I would maybe get this if it was on sale, but Nintendo games never go on sale, so. No, Switch 1. It's a Switch 2 game, not a Switch 1 game. Switch 2. But it's cool. That's a W for Zelda fans. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Another Dragon Quest game is getting a fresh lease on life. So this is a remake. You know, I think I've only ever played one Dragon Quest. I'm not too familiar with this franchise, to be honest. What's this looking like?
Right, that's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. And remember, not a word about this place to anyone. There's more.
game I know that's even came out on the Virtual Boy. There was a Mario Tennis game, but I'm not familiar with any other games. Yeah, you're trying to kill people.
Coming to Nintendo Classics, Virtual Boy. You'll be able to enjoy a collection of Virtual Boy games in stereoscopic 3D while playing on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. In order to play, you'll need this dedicated accessory.
I still have one of those? I'm sorry to hear that.
Recreates the form of the original Virtual Boy hardware by inserting a console to play. Both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch are supported. Play Mario.
Yeah, like why would I do this? If you need the Switch to replicate the thing, right? If the main device is the Switch 2 and you put it in here, why not? Wouldn't it be the same thing if I just turned all the lights off in my house and put the Switch 2 in my fucking face? Like if I just put a rubber band or a strap on my Switch 2 and just put it in my fucking face in the dark, isn't that the same thing? Either way, you're going blind.
Play Mario's Tennis, Galactic Pinball, Telero Boxer, and more. The 14 classic games shown here are planned to be released over time.
These are not classics. That's a fucking lie. That's false advertisement. Nobody liked this shit, bro. Nobody liked this shit. This shit failed miserably. Talking about 14 classics. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you buy this shit, you're playing with your eye health. And I'm gonna be honest, chat, I know my demographics. The average viewer in my chat is between 24 and 35, with the next demographic being between 18 and 24. So because most of you guys are between 24 and 35, meaning around my fucking age, and I know you niggas don't eat no vegetables, I know your eyesight fucked up. Half of y'all probably watching this stream with glasses on, okay? You put this shit on your face, you are running the risk of your health. You said, but Tetris in 3D, just so you can play Jack Bros at Vertical Force and Mario Clash and just golf. Was that straight necessary? Absolutely. You old. College was 10 years ago. Let it go. Damn, why am I getting called out? You know one of my favorite things to do to Gen Z for people who are millennials in here? If you want to piss off Gen Z, be like, hey, be like, you know, 2016 was 10 years ago, right? In 2016 was 10 years ago. That shit make them so fucking mad, bro. What? I'm not old. That shit was a long time ago. Because they swear 2016 is the greatest year on earth. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was to you, but it wasn't. Like, don't fucking say that. What else we got? Metroid, okay. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Nintendo's ending 2025 with a bang. Oh, so it's coming out this year on December 4th. December, interesting. Games don't usually release in December. Let's see what the gameplay looking like. Is this gonna make me want to buy a Switch 2? Okay, new whip. Open world. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be honest, chat. This looks like it was supposed to be a Switch 1 game, and they've been spending like 10 years developing this shit, and they said, fuck it, the Switch 2 is about to come out, so we're just gonna put it on the Switch 2, but this does not look like a Switch 2 game. Coming to both. Every game I see makes me realize I'm not getting a Switch 2. Okay, a potential game of the year. What? I don't see game of the year here, chat. I don't see it. I see a 7 out of 10. That gunplay did not move me. It didn't move me. Nah, it doesn't look ass, but it doesn't look like it was worth the wait. Somebody in the YouTube chat said game of the year. I mean, it could maybe I'm wrong. I would wait for the reviews on this one. This didn't really move me for the amount of hype that it's been getting. And then also keep in mind, another reason why you might want to rate for the reviews and kind of side eye this game. Keep in mind, this game has been in development hell for like 10 years. I remember it was in a really bad state and they scrapped it. They scrapped it and restarted from beginning. That's why it's taken so long for it to come out. So like I personally would wait for a review if you have a Switch 2, see what the general consensus is. Game of the year if it's the only game that comes out that year somehow. Well, it's coming out in 2025, so that's not possible. This I can tell you right now, this ain't better than Expedition 33. This ain't beating Ghost of Yote. Like I don't know about that, man. It looks exactly how I imagined Metroid Prime 4 would. It's been so long, I forgot about it. What up, Ren? It just looks okay. I was expecting a little bit more considering we've been waiting like 10 years for this shit. Yeah, it is coming to this. I forgot it's coming to the Switch 1. So it probably was supposed to be a Switch 1 game, and now they're just trying to cross promote it on the Switch 2, I guess. Metroid Prime Amiibos, Donkey Konga, DK Island, and Emerald Rush. Paid DLC launches for Donkey Kong Bonanza today, adding new activities, challenges, and a few familiar faces. They got a trailer for this shit? Who copping this, chat? Who copping this? Right, why does it never want to fucking paste? Did it not copy? Is this one of them websites where it don't let you copy it? Paste, there we go. The damn 10 years? Yeah, that game's been in development for a while. All right, let's see. Yeah, matter of fact, you're right. If they say on the reviews the Switch version's fine, I'm not buying a Switch 2 for that. Just get it on the Switch.
This is where you're from, DK? This island is
Classic
beautiful.
music.
DLC is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza.
They know that they're doing with that Donkey Kong
This
64
new
music.
edition lets you barrel around DK Island.
What?
Home of some familiar faces. And if you finish the main game story, Void Kong will offer you a position in the ranks of the Void Company.
Capitalism.
Your mission? Collect as much
That
shiny
frame rate still dropping in the DLC. They said ready, the frame rate instantly dropped on that shit. God damn, bro.
Your mission? Collect as much shiny green ore as you can in Emerald Rush.
Optimization will not be in the paid DLC.
Meet your emerald quota within the time limit to clear each round.
Oh, they really going Donkey Kong 64 on this because Donkey Kong 64 was infamous because it was just a collectathon. The DLC, we collect this shit. Let's go.
The key to amassing emeralds is collecting fossils to gain perks. Collect a fossil and you'll get to pick from 3 random ones.
We popping perk 30s.
Perks have different effects, like getting more emeralds from defeated enemies or more jam-packed treasure chests. There are all sorts to choose from. Gain and stack perks, then collect oodles of emeralds.
Oodles.
You can also smash Vanadium gems to gain
So is it a Donkey Kong roguelite? Is that what it is?
random skills that power up Donkey Kong during your run.
Yeah, he said run. It's got to be a roguelite.
Your perks and skills reset after each run.
Yeah.
But fossil and vanadium gem locations stay the same. Refine your winning strategy with each go. When a run ends, you'll earn in-game rewards based on how well you did. Playing can net you new fashions and statues to display on DK Island. Plus, you'll get to play Emerald Rush on more layers. Take on the challenge to earn that promotion. The Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush paid DLC launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
I ain't gonna hold you, Chad. I feel like this was supposed to be in the base game and they cut it. I'm not paying for that. At least with Elden Ring, it was like co-op and they added a bunch of new shit. This feels like cut content though. I don't know about this. Pokemon Pokapia. In this strange spinoff, a Ditto takes on a human appearance. What? And decides to build a new life for itself on an island. Okay, Pokapia. Pokapia. $20? Yeah, I'm good off that. Ditto got a trap phone.
This land is just waiting to be shaped by a Ditto that looks like a human.
You put a lot of emphasis on that D.
What's that in the grass? Oh, that's Bulbasaur, a grass-type Pokemon.
A Niglet.
What's this? Looks like Ditto's got an idea. By learning this move, you can make grass grow. Squirtle's water gun will keep it all healthy. As nature flourishes, so do the Pokemon.
You said, who is this for? I'm going to tell you who this is for. This game is not for me, but I do think this game might sell well, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm starting to believe that article that came out like a week or two is true. So like there was an article that came out that was talking about Nintendo's design philosophy, and their design philosophy is the reason why we don't get a lot of Nintendo IPs is because they focus on the gameplay first. So they'll create a game, and then after they create a fun game, they'll look at their cast of characters and say, can we put this on the game so then we could sell it because we has a new IP tied to it? If not, then we'll make it a new game. And 9 times out of 10, they find it's easier to just put a known IP on a new gameplay style to help it sell. I think what happened here is the people at Nintendo were like, we want to go after the cozy gamers. And they said, you know, all the people who play, what's that game, Staria or whatever that shit is? They was like, we need more like the animal. We need another game to keep the Animal Crossing community like Stardew Valley. Yeah, those type of gamers. They wanted to go after those people, I think was what happened. So they made their own version of it. And they said, okay, well, what happens if we put a Squirtle Squad and a Pikachu and shit in here? And that's how we got this game, I think. So I think that's true, the whole design philosophy behind it. So for me, I'm going to say this is not for me. But yeah, for like cozy gamers and kids, I could see it performing well.
Collect rocks and wood to build with.
They said, we like what you did, Power World. Be a shame if somebody took it.
Till the fields and grow delicious crops. Build homes for the Pokemon you meet. There's so much to do here. No need to rush, though.
Pokemon Pokapia.
And you'll have a wonderful space before you know it.
So you know what would get me excited about this shit is if they take what they did with Power World to another level. So it can be a cozy Pokemon farming game where you build your own world, right? But what would be fire is if you could take your Pokemon and invade another person's farm and blow that bitch up. Because you remember how in Pal World, the Pals would come and attack you and your friends had to defend it? What if they put a spin on that where they turned it into an open world MMO multiplayer, but you can go and attack and destroy people's crops for the fuck of it, and you could rob them? That shit would be fucking fire. Then I'd be on it. I'd pull up with a fucking Charizard riding on his back in the sky, flaming all these niggas' crops and shit. And then I would leave. I wouldn't even rob you, just cause carnage, bro. And you better not touch my shit. I'll blow you up. But, you know, I can say this is not for me, but I think some people will like this.
Pokemon Pokopia.
Oh, Pokopia. You gotta make sure the Clash of Clans type shit. You gotta pronounce that shit. Now bring out the Mewtwo, spoken like a true American, Power Wash Simulator 2. Okay. Pokemon Za, a few new Mega Evolutions were shown off. I don't really care. Pokemon Za's not out. Confirmed paid DLC's coming. Woo! We're talking about what we can buy before we even buy the fucking game. And then I don't know how to pronounce that. Danganronpa 2 times is getting a remake. What is this? You can buy that Za. All right.
Ready for some killer fun in the sun?
You hating on me?
Are you okay? You seem pretty out of it.
Originally released over 10 years ago, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye is making the ultimate comeback. While on a school trip to Jabberwock Island, you are trapped in a murderous game. After each deadly incident, a heated class trial will begin. In high-speed detective...
Is this made by the same people who made Persona? Because the art style looks similar.
Action, you'll shoot down contradictions and counter opponents to reveal the truth.
It's not?
Along with the main game, an additional story is included. One incident will trigger an entirely new scenario with different victims and culprits.
A little too much emphasis on the word victim.
This class trial is about to begin!
Danganronpa 2x2 launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems next year.
I don't know what the fuck I looked at. That's a pass. Resident Evil Village is coming to the Switch too. That's cool if you haven't played it. Another port. You should set Borderlands to download in the background. No, I don't have it. I gotta go get it out of the mailroom. I'm gonna get it after this. Resident Evil, another one. Requiem. Linked Banner of the Spark, now available, is a roguelite with life sim gameplay mechanics. Be played solo or in multiplayer. Never heard of it. Let's check it out. Linked Banner of the Spark. Gameplay. No thank you. Sukia Game Planet. This cute puzzle game is back, and this time Monster Hunter 3 Stories Twisted Reflection. A new trailer showed off more Monster Hunter spinoff. Is this a new game? Is you right here watch Monster Hunter type shit? Not gonna lie, TBH, I might be a Switch 1 nigga if they don't show me the reason to get the Switch 2. Nah, I feel you. I'm in the same boat. They still not really selling me on it. The visuals is crispy.
Monsters are a portent of disaster. Should you wish to oppose this omen, ancient custom dictates.
Yeah, my Switch 1 is a dust collector. That's the reason I want to get it too. Because I know it's going to collect dust.
He
has much to
Oh, this is coming to PC. This is not a Switch 2 exclusive.
and as a writer. Do what you can to help him.
In the service of your development, I will go to the end of the world and beyond!
The only talk
All right.
Mara is as the founder of the Rangers and an intrepid protector of monsters.
Visually, it looks crispy.
Mysteries? Man, the Rangers are so cool!
Look at that. It's gone feral.
Like your mom.
I needed to know what she hoped to accomplish. I became a ranger in the hopes I might find out.
Rathalos! I can't believe they bring it here!
Monster Hunter Stories 3. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good. It looks good on the Switch too, so I know it looks good on the PC. March 13, 2026. There's a lot of games coming out at the top of 2026. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. I don't care. Dynasty Warriors Origin. I don't care. It's been pretty well received. I think I played Monster. I played the second one at a Capcom event. It was cool. More games are getting Switch 2 editions. One Piece, okay, Pirate Warriors, Overcooked 2, Stardew Valley, Human Fall Flat, other games briefly mentioned. FIFA, Dissidia, is that how you say it? 7, Little Nightmares 3, Persona 3 Reloaded, Lego Voyagers, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake, Virtual Fighter 5, let's go! 2 Point Museum. And then last but not least, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, closing out the direct. So we got a new Fire Emblem, finally? Hold up. I love some Fire Emblem. When's Pink Eye coming to the Switch 2? I don't think the Switch 2 can handle that powerful game. Mind's Eye is too powerful for the Switch 2.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun!
I only want to fight so I can save my father's life.
Type shit.
What I seek is a great strength. An unyielding strength for any foe.
Black woman.
Sheer strength to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all, I need the strength to lead my people. Strength enough for a queen!
Need a Switch 2 version of Bayonetta 3. That would be nice, but I ain't buying it because I already got it on the first one. That shit was ass.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me.
That's hot.
For that reason,
That's hot.
I refuse to die.
She said she ain't dying till she get her get back.
I won't let you hurt her!
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the divine sovereign, that I vow to.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm sold. Yeah, I like the vibe of the story, the music. I like the character design. The only thing I wish they would have did with this trailer is just showing a little bit what mechanically they're changing in the formula.
Weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
2026 is gonna be another year, man. It's gonna be another one of them years, bruh. Top of the year is a lot of fucking games. Let me see. I definitely would want to play that. That's one. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. That's a maybe. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care about the DLC. I'm still on the fence about this. I got to see some reviews. I don't know. I don't really care about that. Care the DLC. I gotta see some reviews. We might get that on the Switch one. I'm not buying a Switch 2 for that unless there's an actual reason. But I'll give it 2. I don't think I'm gonna buy it just because I'm tired of the Dynasty Warriors formula. But I know a lot of people are probably gonna be excited about that. This does not look better than the other joint. These two, like, I already played that. If I had kids, maybe. That's a racial slur. Dinkum. No. Look cute, but it looks a little too easy. So I hate that I'm saying that, but like, yeah, I feel like that's a valid reason. Like, this game just looks too easy. I'm not the demographic for it, but it does look good. It does look good. I already played it. That's a cop. So that's what's that for? Not a day one cop, but because I haven't played Super Mario Galaxy, I probably would get it. So like 4.5. Overall, this was just kind of okay. And then the movie, we're seeing that it was okay. There was some stuff I liked, but it didn't blow me away. Like, I feel like with Nintendo, I understand they want to stick to their tried and true formulas when it comes to like characters. But at bare minimum, one thing I would like to see Nintendo do is at bare minimum, at the start of every new generation, can we just get 1 or 2 new characters? 1 or 2 new like IPs, and then we can get back to milking Mario and Zelda and Pokemon or some shit like that. Like, still kind of the same shit. Like, and then if we're not, can we get a Star Fox? Can we get an F-Zero? You know, I personally just wasn't asking for Poca Pika, whatever that shit is. Nintendo always plays it safe. They just play it too safe sometimes, I feel like, and I feel like that could hurt them in the long run. They tried with the Might 100 and that flopped. The Might 100, what is that? I feel like when they do try new stuff, they're not trying hard enough. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I remember the day they announced ARMS. I knew that shit was gonna fail. Like, y'all really believed ARMS was going to be a good game. You really, be for real. ARMS. And then the Squid Kid shit, like, it's very niche. Are you talking about the Mighty 101 or whatever that shit is? That game was, I fuck with Astro Chain. Astro Chain was lit. Yeah, where Astro Chain 2 at? That shit was lit. They too nervous, it seems like. Wonderful 101. Yeah, what is ARMS? See, you don't even know what that is, bro. That shit was ass. It was a boxing game with niggas who had slinky arms and shit. That shit was stupid. The character designs were terrible. I don't want to play a boxing game with fucking slinking arms. Make a real boxing game. Splatoon turned out great. It got 2 sequels. Yeah, it's got its audience, but I don't think Splatoon is, in terms of the tier of Nintendo characters, like, I don't put Splatoon in the same tier as Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong. Like, it's a tier below. Like, that, it's not Nintendo royalty. It didn't enter. I don't think it's Nintendo royalty. I'm looking for like that next Nintendo royalty type of game, like that Magic, you know what I'm saying? Like, can a nigga get a Waluigi game? I've been begging for a fucking Waluigi game, bruh. Just make some nonsensical shit, bruh. In the life of Waluigi, this motherfucker just has a horrible life. Super Punch Out 2 remake would be fire. I don't know. That's the Nintendo Direct, though. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, Borderlands 4 reviews came out. We got some 10s, some 9s, some 8s, a 7. The current Metacritic is an 84 overall Metacritic. Overall, the consensus seems to be the game is pretty good. The main thing that I'm seeing a lot of people like the changes to the formula. The main thing I see people complaining about is the performance issues. The game seems to have performance issues across the board, whether it be the PC or the console version. I know Siggy is playing on PS5, and he said he had some frame rate drops in certain areas. It seems really great. It's just not for me. You played it, Watts? Is this running on Unreal 5? That engine is so woke. That's the problem. The woke engine 5. What is the point of Waluigi? Wario was a force of his own. Exactly. That's exactly why Waluigi needs his own game. What was the point of introducing Waluigi in the original? It was either Mario Tennis or Mario Tennis 2 he first appeared. And he never got his own story. The problem with your statement is I can make the same thing about Wario. What was the point of Wario? Until he got his own game, you know, like then Wario became a force of his own. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a character there. I feel like most people really love the character of Waluigi. He's fucking stupid and just those fucking noises and shit like that. I feel like they have an opportunity to establish his own universe and his own lore, like his own little spinoff game or whatever, bro. Give him some guns like Shadow or something. I don't know. Playing on the Pro right now, no performance drops, but I'm at the beginning of the game. True. Mindwave is gonna be a good Waluigi like game when it comes out fully. Mindwave, what's that? Taller Luigi. He's the evil Luigi. We need to know the story. Why? Like that's a story right there. For those unaware, Wario is the evil Mario who hates Mario, and he has his own games explaining why. But we never got a story explaining why the fuck does Waluigi have beef with Luigi. Instead of fucking Luigi's Mansion, can we get Waluigi's Cruise? And then we find out on Waluigi's Cruise, Luigi took Waluigi's girl. That shit would be crazy, bruh. So now you play as Waluigi, dual toting pistols. You gotta blam the whole boat up, bruh. I'm just saying, bruh. I'm just saying. Is he related to Wario? I don't know. We never got a story. You see, you guys are asking questions that could be answered in the fucking game. Like, so he's like, what's the point? There is a point there. There is material there for Waluigi's Casino. Oh shit, I'd rather have a Bully sequel. What does that have to do with the conversation? What is that?
Subscribe to beating Robin's ass into oblivion.
I'm not gonna lie, that's strike number 2. You came in here and you said NWN, and then you said I'd rather have a Bully sequel. We're talking about Nintendo games. You're on strike number 2. Don't say nothing else in the chat, buddy. Anyways, we're the IQ's dropping. The IQ's dropping. The IQ's dropping. Let's stay on topic. In other news, The Last of Us 3 and Uncharted 5. Here's what Neil Druckmann has to say. Naughty Dog boss Neil Druckmann has responded to a question about the company and what it might make next after Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, and it could be The Last of Us 3 or Uncharted 5. Speaking to Variety, Druckmann said he's hopeful that the Intergalactic succeeds and that if it's a hit, you will see it again. He said, we're ready to milk this shit in the form of a possible sequel. However, whether or not a potential Intergalactic 2 is Naughty Dog's next game right after, Druckmann wouldn't say. I leave the door open. Druckmann said he wants to take a step back and assess where the team is at and how they're feeling when Intergalactic is finished before looking at options in front of us for the next project. We have some ideas that we'd like to explore as well, Druckmann said. Also in the interview, Druckmann said Naughty Dog does best work when the team collectively gets behind a particular game or vision as opposed to making another sequel just because it can. As an example, Druckmann said when The Last of Us 2 was completed, the studio debated whether or not to jump right back in and make The Last of Us 3. We had a really long period where we looked at ideas for maybe what could be in that game, he said. Druckmann said Naughty Dog also looked at other owned franchises, including Uncharted and Jak and Daxter. Please bring it back. After wrapping up The Last of Us 2, however, the studio decided to make Intergalactic instead because that's where our passion lies. On the subject of The Last of Us 3, Druckmann previously dropped a few clues that may exist. As for the Uncharted series, Naughty Dog has said that if it doesn't make Uncharted 5 itself, it could be happy to see another studio step in and build it. I gotta call cap on this, man, with him saying that like the studio operates based off of what they're passionate about. I gotta call cap on that. Because if that was true, you guys wouldn't keep making the fucking Last of Us, and you wouldn't keep making the Uncharted series, bro. Not only did we get The Last of Us remastered several times, then we got the TV show. You're trying to tell me you guys made the TV show because you were fucking passionate about it? Or did you make the TV show because you knew it would drum up hype for the video game, then you could remaster it and repackage and resell it? I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. Maybe it's true about the Intergalactic Space Heretic or whatever, but people are hella passionate about Jak and Daxter. I don't get it. I just don't believe this shit. I don't believe it. TV show season 2 is ass. It's because the second game is ass. The show was always doomed to fail because the first game is great. The second one is not. I think they're working on a remaster alongside the original game for Intergalactic Space Hector. You talking about The Last of Us 2? Didn't they just put a bundle out or something? I lost track of all the releases. Yeah, they passionate about remakes. I don't hear that shit. The fact that the writer said don't play the game is crazy. No, that wasn't the writer. It was one of the actors. It was the actor who played Ellie. He said no. Maybe I'm wrong. My brain's fried. Don't listen to what I said. I think the better question is, were The Last of Us remakes and remasters demanded by Sony or Naughty Dog? Ugh, it's a good question. I don't know. Me personally, I hope none of this is true. I don't care to see The Last of Us 3. I damn for sure don't care to see Uncharted 5. Oh my God, bro. I do not want to see it. We get it. Jumping off trains, collecting treasure. Indiana Jones Jr. We get it. We fucking get it. Will we ever get a first impressions on Silk Song? Probably not, but I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm never gonna say never because it is on Game Pass. Can't wait for the PlayStation 6 to come out so we can play a new remaster. PlayStation 6 with a remaster of GTA 5 and fucking The Last of Us. How else will we learn revenge is bad? According to the fans, that's not what happened. That's the story's much deeper. In this article, speaking of Naughty Dog, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is Naughty Dog's most expansive game. Neil Druckmann's a very busy man. After acting as the showrunner for HBO's The Last of Us series for 2 seasons, he left the show to focus on his responsibilities at Naughty Dog and their future projects. Most notably, that includes Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, which was revealed last year at the Game Awards. Leaning into the primetime Emmys taking place on September 14th, Druckmann recently spoke with Variety. Unsurprisingly, most of the interview was about The Last of Us, but they did pivot to the Intergalactic for a few questions. Druckmann on the Intergalactic said, "We're firing on all cylinders." When asked how things are going at Naughty Dog with Intergalactic's development, Druckmann is excited about how things are going. "We're in the thick of it," he says. "Into the thick of it. We're making it. We're playing it. We're firing on all cylinders. I've said this before, but I really fucking mean it. I'm really feeling it, baby. It's the most ambitious game we've ever made. It's the most expensive game we've ever made. Maybe the most expensive. By the time we finish it, it's bigger, baby." Druckmann is also super stoked to work with Troy Baker again. In addition to being Indiana Jones, he's worked with Naughty Dog on both The Last of Us and Uncharted 4. As for when we can expect to see more of the game, don't hold your breath. I'm so antsy to show it and talk about it because the trailer that we showed doesn't even scratch the surface of what the game actually is. You guys didn't show any gameplay. But announcing a game like this, especially a new IP, especially when it's coming out of Naughty Dog, you got to coordinate with marketing, with PR, with a bunch of people. So it'd be foolish for me to say that we're going to show something right now. Druckmann also hyped Intergalactic's gameplay up by showcasing how Naughty Dog has built on the foundation established by the Uncharted series. He explains how The Last of Us added some RPG elements and saw them playing with wide linear layouts. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet expands on that by adding a sci-fi look and feel to things. We've gotten even more ambitious. Really looking forward to seeing how it all comes together. I think we're all going to be pleasantly surprised by it. The most expensive game, I'm scared. I know, right? Because being more expensive doesn't mean better. I just pray this game is fun. And I pray that this is not Uncharted or The Last of Us in space. I pray this is something completely different. This is them trying to get out of their comfort zone. Because if this is Uncharted in space, I'm going to turn this game off probably. Unless the story is absolutely fire. That could save it. But if I feel like I played this game before, I'm going to be like, oh my God, here we go again. It will be different. She's got an energy sword. Right, she's got a lightsaber, so that I guess that's something. We'll see how it plays out. I'm hoping it's good though. I'm hoping it's good. Because he says he doesn't know, I predict this game probably won't come out till 2027. They might have shown it a little too soon. I think best case scenario, we finally get some gameplay, maybe mid 2026, maybe like summertime, like Summer Games Fest or something like that. But I don't think this is coming out in 2026 the way that he's talking. I wouldn't rush it. And then also, matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Another reason I don't think it's probably going to come out in 2026 is the way he's talking. It doesn't seem like it's ready to be shown. But also, remember, 2027, Xbox and PlayStation said that's what they're shooting for. Yes, PS4 niggas. the PlayStation 6, its goal is to be released in 2027. They said 2027, 2028. So it could get pushed back. But best case scenario, the PlayStation 6 is coming out in 2027. Now, where am I going with this? Another reason I think this won't come out in 2026 is if they push it back to 27, it can launch alongside the PlayStation 6 and the new Xbox. They'll have a cross-gen version. So they'll have the PS5 and the PS6 version, the Xbox Series version, and whatever the next Xbox version, so they can double dip into the sales. Because there's one thing we know, Naughty Dog loves a good remaster. That's my prediction. Just like they did with The Last of Us 1. In my opinion, it's fine if you disagree. Wait, what? I don't know what you're saying. Intergalactic PS6 remastered, and it's going to drop before the end of it. It's going to be one of the PS6 launch titles along with the Wolverine. No Xbox One version, no Xbox One version. Take this with a super grain of salt, because this is not a reputable page, but I saw this on the For You page. Jonathan Majors reportedly to return as King in Avengers Doomsday. I don't believe this, because then the source they stated, the Beyond Reporter, I've never heard of this fucking website, so I would take this with a super grain of salt. I already know it's I don't believe this shit, but I entertained it. I'd show it just in case it turns out to be true, but I don't believe this one. What are they doing with Doomsday? I don't know, bruh. What is Marvel doing, period? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Erase it. They didn't see that. They didn't see that. They make up their goddamn mind. All right, chat. My copy of Borderlands 4 came in the mail, so I gotta go down. It just came when I started going live. It came late. I was hoping it would be here this afternoon, but it got delivered late. So I got to go down to the mailroom. Give me 5 minutes, and then I'll come up, put it in my PS5 so it can start installing. Because I got another batch of articles, so it can be installing while I'm doing these articles.